Now we are ready to talk about desire. Desire is related to constant craving for more. So what are emotional states in desire? Greed, obsession, hunger, envy, jealousy, hoarding, exaggeration, overambition, selfishness, lust, possessiveness, control, glamorization, never satisfied, never enough, must have. I remember when I was run by desire. You know, it's good to experience that, to be there, but then you know it's like too much. I don't need so many shoes, right? I don't need to have so many bags. I don't. I don't. But when we are run by desire, there is that feeling that there is not enough. And we are going to be controlled by that feeling to need more and more. So to release yourself from it, to release yourself, it is like a freedom. Because then you will unblock yourself and choose what you want. It's going to be much, much easier than to be run by desire. Like I said, don't think bad about yourself that you are in that feeling. It's our humanness. Yes, but it's good to understand and release yourself. That's the purpose to share that stuff with you, so you can understand and choose what you want. Unblock yourself, because when you will desire more and more, you are blocking yourself from what you want, and it's going to be harder and harder and harder to get what you want. So by releasing yourself from that energy of desire, by overgrowing, you are opening the door for choice, and you can choose freely without that energy that is controlling many of us. It was controlling me. Maybe it's not like a very strong control, but there was absolutely. So we all experienced or are experiencing right now even that feeling of desire. When you will learn how to release yourself, then you will say, freedom! Oh my gosh, I right now understand how to get things that I want. In my next part, I will give you general information, and the third part, like all my videos about those emotional states, levels of consciousness, of understanding. The third one, it's going to be how to release yourself. But in the second part, I will give you great info that you will understand why desire is blocking what you want. In this part, I will give you what is blocking what you want. What is blocking what you desire? It's not so easily understandable. That's why it's like that life is confusing. We don't really know much about our emotional side, about suppressed and repressed emotions, negative emotions. We are not equipped yet with that knowledge. That's why I thought it's a good idea to share that information with you, so you can release yourself from those negative, suppressed and repressed. You might say, oh, but I want to recognize, I want to know those emotions. Of course you will be able to recognize them, but you are not gonna be under the power of negative emotions, because what you don't know, whatever is suppressed and repressed, just you are acting out automatically, and you are seeing everything through that suppressed and repressed emotions. So it is important, because whatever is suppressed and repressed, blocking not only your maturation, your human potential, what you want become and what you want to even get in this world, it's blocking everything. Yes, it is blocking. And you then so vulnerable in this world that everything will trigger you. Then you know, time to release yourself and let go of negative, suppressed and repressed emotions in you. I will give you just a few examples so you will understand that part very clearly. Your desire is to have a new car. So the ending, what you want is car. But when you want that car, what's the feeling? What's the feeling is right away? What kind of thoughts are you getting? I do not have it. That's why I want. I need to have it. It's just the more strong. I need to have it. I wish I have it. Oh, I feel sorry for myself. I wish to have it. Why I don't have it? I don't have money to buy. Oh, next step about money, right? I don't have money to buy. I am poor. So recognize what is behind. You want car, and just write down like I did here, because that's the emotional state that is blocking your potential. What is behind? To feel sorry, to have anger in yourself. You will recognize many emotional states, suppressed and repressed, negative. So that's what is blocking your potential. What is blocking what you want? That's the block. Emotional block. You might think, oh, it's BS. Try to release yourself from that BS. Try. And then you will know the truth. Stubbornness. It's part of negative emotions as well. Stubbornness just close our mind, right? We don't want to look at the things like that. We want to look like that. Yes, it's my way. No, it's not your way. It just open your mind and experience, and then you will know it's not your way, because never was your way. It was your ego way. That's the example that you want to car. What about the next one? I need that job. Especially now in that situation when many people are looking for a job in 2021. I'm referring to that time. It's not easy to find a job, right? The one that you want. So first of all, you want to have a job because I don't have it. How do you feel? I must have it. I wish I have it. Do you see that everything almost is repetition? Repetition in all what we want? I must get it. I must. It's just a very strong. God, please give it to me. It is not fair. So even we want to manipulate on our side God. and give God direction, right? Recommendations. Please, give it to me. I need to have it. You know I don't have money. I need to pay my bills. I need to have that job. So that strong desire, it's the block. That's your block, emotional block. When you start to release yourself from those emotions that are behind those statements, when you start to release yourself, then job will appear automatically. Yeah, I know, it's hard to believe. That's the way. Easy going. Okay, you went for job interview. Maybe I will get it, maybe I won't. If I won't, I will look for another one. Oh, it was not so easy to get that interview. Why it was not so easy? What was blocking? What was blocking that? Not so easy. Ease up. Release yourself from that anxiety behind. Use the technique that I introduced in fear. Then what? To release yourself. Become a master of your emotional side. And then you will unblock your potential. You will mature faster. Then the things that you want will appear automatically. It's gonna be so clear for you what truly you want. I remember with that car example, I wanted new car so badly. I put a picture of my car, I put desire, so I was fixed to have that car. But I never was able to release myself what was behind to have that car. And when I did, because I had a desire for very expensive car, and when I did, I bought it, not the one that I desired, because then the choice came to me. I wanted reliable car. I wanted car that will be okay in the winter time as well. So I bought the one that I truly needed, and I'm happy with that car. I love that car. So my initial desire was too much on me. I was not able to handle that desire. It was not believable for me that I can get that car. So see, I put too much pressure, emotional pressure on myself. And I let it out, and I said, I don't need to have that car. I need reliable car. So that understanding about life came with wisdom. Many times we just reach for too much, for nothing, for status, because the name, because the neighbors, and then we are in trap. No, just make a decision that is working in your situation right now. It is about my emotional side. How do I feel? Am I so small that I have to put my status in the car? Am I feeling inside so small, like nobody? That's why I have to have those things? You will have what you want. You will choose the right things for you as soon as you will be able to understand those suppressed and repressed emotions that you collected over your lifetime. The third one is the classic one, because everybody is like in need for money, right? I was running after money like crazy, from morning to night, working, busy. That's what I thought, that I need more money, because I don't have it. I didn't have it. I must have it. Yeah, there was explanation and the story behind why I must have it. I wish I have it. Yeah, I felt sorry for myself. I was a victim of my life. I felt sorry. I wish I have it. It's not fair. Yes, I looked at others that were richer than me, and I thought that life is easier for them. But to tell you the truth, I didn't know the full stories of theirs. God, please give it to me. I must have it. I need money. God, do you understand that I need money? I don't want to go on the street and live like a beggar. No. Do you want me to be one? So it is funny what kind of discussion you will have with yourself, with your mind. And what I didn't understand at that time, that basically I was blocking what I want through my suppressed and repressed emotional side, a negative emotional side. Because when you are here, you just trust, you have optimism, you have a trust in life. You have a courage to look at your emotional side negative and let it out. You do. And you forgive yourself and others. So there are skills like life-changing attitude skills that will lead you to your emotional freedom. And only then you can make good decisions for yourself, beneficial one. Otherwise, you all the time trapped in those negative emotions, and you don't know how to untrap yourself, because you don't understand that wherever it's suppressed and repressed, you can let it out. And how to let it out in my next part. Before I will tell you how to let go of desire, I will go through how to write it down, that desire, and how to approach that desire, so there is no any resistance to get. Write down what you want on the paper and put the description, like a specific description, how the thing is gonna look like. And then when you know what you want, kiss it, love it, let it go, let it go. And have that feeling that you already have it. It's just the feeling, it's on the way. That wish that wherever I want, it is on the way. So maybe start with something that there is not much resistance to it. What does it mean, resistance? It is okay to have it, and it is okay not to have it. Have that understanding, that easiness. Yeah, that's fine if I will have it. That's fine if I won't have it. So there is not emotional anxiety behind what you want. Like I told you about that car. It was like too much, too much. I did not believe that I might have that car. So there was too much of negativity behind, resistance to have it. So when you can release that resistance, and it's okay to have it or it's okay not to have it, if you have that feeling and you are honest with yourself, then you know that there is zero resistance, and you open the door for the things to happen to you. It might not, because now you are easygoing. If not that car, the other one that you choose now, because you will act from different state of mind. It's not blocked anymore. You don't have to be run by those negative emotions because you are so small and you have to show off. No, you will choose truly what you want without that resistance. So recognize always what kind of emotion is blocking, and then let it out. Is it anger? Is it fear? That's what you might have. A lot of anger, fear, and pridefulness as well. If you let it out, if you easy to have it or not to have it, then you know that you are in the best place. You did what you supposed to. You put on the paper, you write it down, you give the description and let it out. Kiss it, love it, let it out. And work on your negative emotions to release them, So you're gonna be closer and closer and closer for what you want. How you can release yourself? Feel the feelings. You know that technique, right? Just when you have, it's the best to explain when we are in fear and we have trembling hands. That's the best to explain that feel the feelings. Because then you know it, something is expressing in your body and you don't know how to act. So just let it be. Let it be. And no thoughts, no thinking. And that's the process of letting out, because you are not resisting by thinking to let it out. Thinking means that you resist to let it out. So if you are not thinking at that time, you are not involving yourself with thinking, then you know that there is no resistance to it. So every time when the thought comes, oh, I still don't have it, recognize what the feeling, oh, feel sorry. Work on yourself, how to let it out. Feel that feeling and let it out. Don't involve with thinking. Do in parts, of course. Master that part and do in parts, because we won't be able to release ourselves completely at one time. You might get lucky and release yourself from a big chunk from time to time. I know. Yeah, we love life, so we want to experience in the best way, right? So that's why I said that if you are lucky, but we are lucky. Do you think so? Yes, we are all lucky if we know how to let go of negative emotions. Yes, I know, and I will do it. The next one, the technique that it's very, very powerful to use it. It's then what? By using then what, you can step by step recognize those feelings behind every step. Okay, I want to have that, but what if I won't have it? Oh, so what the feeling is behind? Oh, feel sorry. Stay with that feeling, because that sentence shows you what is behind. What's the energy behind that sentence? Recognize and stay with it. It's not always like, we can feel so strongly, but there is something, right? There is that feeling that we know it's very subtle, but there is. So stay with it and let it out. And then what? write it down, and make a stop on every then what, write it down. Find out that feeling that is behind and let it out, and let it out. If you are still confused, you might, it's a new stuff. I was. To tell you the truth, it took me a while to understand. The process took me a while to understand how to release myself. It was so easy, and I complicated so much. Mind complicated so much. But then I made very easy for myself, so it is easy now. But I'm doing that all the time, because we are around people. So we're gonna be triggered, and something, maybe it's a deep in us, suppressed and repressed. Not always everything will, like I said, will show up in one letting go. No. So maybe there is kind of deep in you as well. And I'm using that technique all the time. And I feel so grateful. Yes, I feel so grateful that I know how to release myself from negative emotions, that I have so much optimism and trust in life. And when you are at that state most of the time, sometimes you can drop yourself, but you will know that you are here. You understand that map. More money are paying there, not here. That's make it fun. Yeah, make it funny. Make it funny. So once again, write it down. What you want, put descriptions, exactly how you imagine what you want. Kiss it, love it, and let it out. You already have it. Do you have that feeling? There is a trust, optimism in it. That's what you need to be, where you need to be. And if there is not, work on that emotion that is behind. What is behind? Maybe fear. Release yourself, understand, learn from my videos. If you want to learn more, there is already a program made by me. There is much more information in that program. Also will be helpful to have ebook about how to release yourself from negative emotions, how and why. So everything is there in the greater explanation. If you are ready, that stuff that will help you is ready. But if you want just this, yes, that can help as well. So recognize that feeling that is behind, and you have two techniques. Feel the feeling, and use then what? To recognize, to go deeper and deeper and deeper. That's the process. Is it difficult? Is it difficult? Be honest with yourself. Be open. Be open. Let your mind to take it. Because you are not your body. You are not your mind. You are somebody that has to your disposition, to my disposition. I have mind and body. So I have to take care, because mind doesn't know how to take care of me. So there is something else above my consciousness that I want to grow, that I want to understand more, that I truly want to enjoy my life. And that's what you will on the end recognize, that you want to have that enjoyable human experience. So have a fun with it. You know how to help yourself now, just using let it go.